3, 2, 1.
The following is a presentation of the Spartan Media Network.
It's time for the Robyn Fralick Show.
A pass across the floor, intercepted by Tate. She's on the deck. She got rid of it somehow from the floor to Joyner. She gives it up to Kimball in transition. She'll drive up under the scoop. It falls and one. Everything is green and white tonight here at the Breslin Center. Unbelievable.
The Robyn Fralick Show is presented by Diversified Insurance Group. Whether it's home, auto, life, or business insurance, Diversified Insurance Group has the coverage you need to stay ahead of the game. The Robyn Fralick Show is also brought to you by One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. Meijer, the official grocer of Michigan State Athletics. Dean Trailways, the official ground transportation provider of Spartan Athletics. Make Dean Trailways your favorite ride. The Munn Team, Jan and John Munn at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Tommy Raines Realtors, realtors that get results. The MSU Federal Credit Union. Spartan fans dream big with MSU Federal Credit Union. And by Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment. Choose chill. Now, with head coach Robyn Fralick, here's the voice of Michigan State women's basketball, Dalton Shetler.
Hello all and welcome to the Coach Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. We are live at One North Kitchen and Bar in East Lansing. If you want to join our audience for any of the MSU Coaches Shows, make your reservation by emailing coachesshows@onenorthdining.com. Glad to have you all with us here today, celebrating a big bounce-back win for Michigan State women's basketball over Indiana yesterday. Absolutely clap it up. The Spartans pick up a good one, 73-65 on top of the Hoosiers. And to talk about it all hour long, we have the head coach of the Spartans, Robyn Fralick. Robyn, how are we doing?
We're doing good today.
We're doing good. Yeah. Everything's a little bit brighter, a little bit more bounce in the
Sun's
step.
outside. Sun's out, too.
It followed us from Los Angeles,
it
too.
Did.
I was going to say, there's actually a lot to talk about. It's been a couple of weeks now. The team headed out to L.A., had really competitive efforts out there in Los Angeles against number 1 UCLA, number 4 USC, and then a big win against an Indiana team that is going to be in the NCAA tournament, which really can say just about every night in the Big Ten. There's projected right now 13 teams getting into the NCAA tournament from the Big Ten Conference. If you follow Charlie Cream's bracketology, that's just how competitive this league is. Anytime you get a win like you do yesterday against the Hoosiers, that's a big one to celebrate.
It was a really important win for a lot of reasons. I think Indiana right now is playing their best basketball that they've played all year, coming off a big win against Ohio State. And, I thought our kids were really dialed in coming back from the West Coast trip. And really, we won it on the defensive end, which was really encouraging to see.
Absolutely. And we're going to be talking about that matchup and that win for Michigan State a little bit later on. We're also going to be joined by Theryn Hallock, who's in-house here today. Give a nice round of applause to Theryn Hallock. She had a big game yesterday. We'll be talking with her about that. But I do want to take a moment before we take a break and we get into that contest and that win. This win yesterday now puts Michigan State at 20 wins for the season. 20-7 are the Michigan State Spartans. It also puts them at 10 Big Ten wins for the year, so 10-6 in league action. Folks, that's now back-to-back 10-plus win seasons in the Big Ten. That has absolutely clap it up. And for context, that hasn't happened at this program since the 2012-13 season to the 2013-14 season. So it's been over a decade since Michigan State women's basketball has put a string of back-to-back seasons like this, and that's something to be pretty proud of.
Yeah, I'm glad you found that nugget. That's
hat tip to Kara Fisher. Hat tip to Kara Fisher. I can't take the credit.
Yeah, thanks, Kara. That's a credit to our team. I think this league challenges you every night in every possible way, and we have more games to play, so we're excited about that, but proud of where we are right now.
Only 2 left in the regular season. We'll be talking about that later on throughout this show as well. This is the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. You're on the Spartan Media Network.
On the court, the MSU women's basketball team shows us the power of teamwork and dedication. Off the court, Diversified Insurance Group brings that same commitment to
Next break,
protecting what
local.
matters most. As an official partner of Michigan State University Athletics, we're proud to stand with the Spartans. Whether it's home, auto, life, or business insurance, Diversified Insurance Group has the coverage you need to stay ahead of the game. Personalized solutions just like a perfectly executed play. Visit WeDigInsurance.com today and let's win together on and off the court. Go green, go white, go MSU women's basketball.
When you're a foster parent, you play a lot of roles.
Provider, giving a foster child a safe home, healthy meals, and hope.
You're always there.
You're a cheerleader. Your family. You would do anything for a child in your care.
Every day is different. Every need is different. But one of the most impactful roles you can play in life is being a foster parent. See why at michigan.gov/hope for a home. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, got one more, Labatt?
Yeah, here you go.
Yo, got one more?
Sure, who are you?
Hey, have any more?
I'll take one.
Got another Labatt?
Got one more?
How did you all get in my house?
Dude, door was open. Heard you had some Labatt.
Yeah, in the fridge.
Crack some Labatt, make some friends, and see where it takes you.
Always enjoy responsibly. Beer, Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York. All rights reserved. Labatt registered U.S. trademark of Labatt Brewing Company Limited.
At the Capital Region International Airport, we connect our community to the world with nonstop service to Washington, D.C. and Chicago on American Airlines, Detroit on Delta Airlines, and beginning October 2nd to Orlando and Fort Myers on Breeze Airways. When you fly Lansing, you're just one stop from over 500 global destinations.
And with direct flights to Cancun, Punta Cana, and Montego Bay starting in January, your escape to beautiful tropical beaches is easier than ever. The Capital Region International Airport, your gateway to the world. Visit flylansing.com for more information and to book your flight today.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to the Coach Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. Whether your move is across town or across the nation, the MUN team can help. Whether you're in the market to buy, sell, or both, check out the MUN team online at munteam.com. Jan and John Munn, serving buyers and sellers since 1985. They're realtors who get results. All right, still being joined here by MSU head women's basketball coach Robyn Fralick. Robyn, let's dig a little bit more into this 73-65 victory over Indiana yesterday, because you mentioned at the top that your group got it done on the defensive end of the floor in this game.
Yep.
And for context for some of the listeners, this is an Indiana team that came in that shoots the ball unbelievably well. Mm-hmm. When they hit 9 threes in a game, they're 11-0 on the season. So it was a high priority to run them off the arc, make life a little bit difficult from distance, and your team got that done.
Yeah, a big priority coming into the game. Indiana's a unique team in our league where they pretty much always have 4 players on the court who are high-level shooters. They're one of the most efficient offensive teams in our league, both from the floor and from 3. So I thought credit to Coach Cameron. I thought, really dialed in a great defensive plan. We had to make some adjustments as we were preparing, but our kids did a really good job. I thought our details were really clear, and our kids did a great job of executing that and really making it a priority to guard the three-point line. And
did so at a really high level, forced Indiana into a tough day, 6 of 22 from three-point range in this game. But the other thing, too, Robyn, is if you are to categorize some play styles in the conference, a lot of people will lump Michigan State in with Ohio State. Both teams really like to get after it defensively, pressure for just about all 40 minutes at different times, go length of the floor with it. Indiana just beat Ohio State on their floor at Indiana, 71-61. In that game, they handled the pressure really well at the Buckeyes. But then you turn around, you get a taste of the Hoosiers this weekend, yesterday, and you force 18 Hoosier turnovers and only had 10 yourselves. How did you get it done there?
Well, thankfully, Ohio State showed us a lot of things. That's a good thing when they play teams actually pretty quickly before us, because we do have some overlap in how we play. We're not the same, but there are some similarities. So I thought Ohio State, that game really gave us a lot of information of what works, what doesn't work, what's helpful, what's not helpful. And I thought we were able to figure out our pressure accordingly. And, they do have a lot of kids who can pass and shoot. So we had to pick and choose when we pressured, and we had to pick and choose how we pressured.
I wanted to point this out here as well. If you go to the first quarter, Indiana had 10 points. By the way, they led early 10-3, and then it was a big run from your squad to take a 15-10 lead at the end of the first quarter. But 10 Hoosier points in the first quarter, 14 Hoosier points in the second quarter, and 14 Hoosier points in the third quarter. 14 or under for Indiana in those first 3 quarters. That really says something about the defense too.
It did, and we had a slow start, but even in the slow start, I was like, man, we're getting good shots. We just got to make a few of them. We even had a steal layup we missed that turned into 3 points for them. I'm like, oh gosh, this is, but so that you feel encouraged because I'm like, well, we're getting good shots. We just got to keep playing good basketball. And I thought we settled in, and defensively, they make you earn your stops. We told our team that they're not a team that turns the ball over a lot. They're not a team that takes bad shots. And they're a team that will use all 30 seconds of the shot clock if they need to create a good shot. And I thought our team did a good job of dialing in and sustaining through the possession.
I would agree. And then, as you mentioned on offense, it finally got some of those shots to fall.
We did.
And we're highlighting a couple of those with our broadcast call of the week and Colin Eccles.
The broadcast call of the week comes from the Green and White 73-65 win over the Indiana Hoosiers on Sunday. Holding a single-digit lead in the final 3 minutes of regulation, the Spartans put the game away thanks to a pair of makes from behind the arc from Theryn Hallock and Emma Shoemate. Here's the voice of MSU women's basketball, Dalton Shetler, with the call.
Sends out to Tate. They want to get it into Van Sluten and do. Out, Hallock, a right wing 3. Too strong, no good. Van Sluten, though, chases down the rebound. Back out, Hallock, another drive. Bring it up! Oh, my! That had been pent up for 40 minutes, and it explodes with a Hallock triple. 62-55, just the fourth made 3 of the ball game for the Spartans. 3 minutes to go. Coming down the stretch here. Spartans have it. They're working against the Hoosier full court press. They get it down the floor to Van Sluten. Shoemate wide open, left wing 3. Bring it up! The dagger from Emma Shoemate. 10-point Spartan lead, 67-57. We've got 90 seconds to go. Emma Shoemate 2 for 3 from distance today. None bigger than that one.
Ines Sotelo got in on the action earlier in the game with a flashy and one basket for her lone bucket of the contest.
Looking in, she'll send back out Hallock. Hits the gas pedal, crossover, now driving the baseline, cut off once more. But what a backdoor pass to Sotelo! The bump, the basket, uno for Ines Sotelo. And one for the freshman from Spain. What a crafty finish there around the cup.
There you have it, the broadcast call of the week. Thank you to Colin Eccles as we brought both those highlights, the Hallock, the Shoemate threes, and the and one from Ines Sotelo. But it felt like that. I mean, we were just kind of laughing about it when the call happened, but it was just sitting there. You're waiting for it, and finally those buckets came.
I knew one was going to go in. I had faith. I knew one. And you know what? They came at a good time. So. But it's a good reminder in the game of basketball. If you do a lot of other things right, you don't have to live and die with those.
Yeah, no, it's a really good point. Let's talk about a couple of individuals here. One is actually going to join us after the break up here on stage, but Theryn Hallock yesterday set a new career high for rebounds. She had 6 rebounds in this game, also had 16 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, 1 turnover. That's an all-around game for number 4 Theryn Hallock.
It's about time. About time she got some rebounds.
She's nodding along.
Hey, and the good news is that's a career high you can beat. Yeah. I'm just teasing her. She had a great all-around game, but we have been encouraging her to rebound.
I was going to say, and you end up matching the Hoosiers on the glass. Both teams had 36 rebounds. Theryn had a big part in that. Jaden Simmons had 6 rebounds as well. But Grace Van Sluten led Michigan State. This is now the 11th time this season that Grace Van Sluten has led the Green and White in scoring. She had 17 points, but she also had 4 assists. What did you see from Grace in this one?
Well, we felt like it was a matchup she could find success against if we got her the ball in the right spots. And, I felt like she came up with some timely shots. She has a real physical presence, being able to score in the paint. And then she draws a lot of help. So I remember there, a big basket late in the game was we threw it into her. 2 people helped, and she hit Jaden on a great cut for a layup. So anytime you can create help, anytime you can get defense in rotation and create advantage basketball for your own team, that's a really good thing. So her being able to use them over helping helped us.
And, we talk about the rebounding a little bit, and Something I want to kind of fixate on for a moment, because I think a lot of people, maybe if you're not paying enough attention, they see Michigan State doesn't have maybe as much size as many of the other teams in the Big Ten. But Michigan State right now is 4th in the Big Ten when it comes to offensive rebounds. This group really crashes the glass on that end of the floor. Is that something that you and the staff have put a hard emphasis on?
We've gotten more aggressive with it this season, our system around it. We offensive rebound more people. We've made a bigger deal about it. We also have more rebounders, some of it of kids who really track down the ball and find the ball. So I think it's been a combination of personnel and in our system, we've actually gotten more aggressive with our offensive rebounding.
And yesterday had 11 offensive rebounds. The Spartans are averaging 13 a game right now on that end. Last individual I want to talk about, and we'll save some of the career accolades because she certainly had a nice trip out to L.A. where she finally got to 1,000 points. But Jocelyn Tate, just specific about yesterday, 16 points, went 7 of 8 from the floor, and she had 4 steals.
She had a great game, and I felt like she made really timely free throws, which she got to the line. I felt like anytime we were in a lull, she got to the line, she finished her free throws, and she scored her 1,000th point in the USC game, it's so hard at this level to do that. It's a huge accomplishment. So it's bittersweet because it's a great accomplishment. You wish you could share it also with a team win. But we're awfully proud of her. I have a funny story. When I was recruiting her out of high school, I went to watch her play. I saw her play a lot, but I went to watch her play. I think she had like 12 steals, 12 rebounds, and 12 missed layups. So she has so credit to her. And she was, worried when I'm watching the game, and I'm like, oh, I love you. Like 12 steals, 12 rebounds. Like, this is great. So credit to her. She's really put in the work to get better on that end. And 1,000 points is a real indicator of that.
That's really cool. We'll talk a little bit about her later on. And I think I misspoke. I just want to clarify 7 of 8 from the free throw line, not the floor. 7 of 8 from the free throw line for Jocelyn Tate, which, by the way, real quick, I know we got to run to break, but your group out in L.A. really shot the free throw really well as well. In that contest against UCLA, I think it was 12 for 12, if memory serves right. That was, I think, the 4th greatest free throw shooting performance in Michigan State women's basketball history, because there have been some other games where he finished 100% but had more attempts.
Yeah.
But 12 of 12, your team's really locking in at the line.
Yeah, that gave us a chance in that game, and I do wish we could have shot a few more. But that the margin in those games is small, and so you got to win that.
Yeah, and doing it pretty well. Went 18 of 22 as a team yesterday in the win over Indiana. Raise hope and foster dreams by starting your journey to becoming a foster parent today. Visit michigan.gov/hope for a home to learn more on how you can support children of all ages in your community. We're live from Lansing with the head coach of the Spartans, Robyn Fralick. Our show's presented by Diversified Insurance Group. You're listening to the Robyn Fralick Show.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
When you're a foster parent, you play a lot of roles.
Provider, giving a foster child a safe home, healthy meals, and hope.
You're always there.
You're a cheerleader. Your family. You would do anything for a child in your care.
Every day is different. Every need is different. But one of the most impactful roles you can play in life is being a foster parent. See why at michigan.gov/hope for a home. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey Spartans, when it's game time, it's One North time. Just minutes from Michigan State University, One North Kitchen and Bar is your go-to spot for scratch cooking and world-class hospitality. When you're celebrating a win or catching up with friends, we've got the perfect dish to make every moment special. Join us for the MSU Coaches Shows and get closer to the action with the voices that bring Spartan spirit to life. Visit One North, where Spartan pride meets memorable meals.
From the biggest of big games to the littlest of the little.
30 seconds.
Run, James!
No, first base!
Go!
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. you're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
3, 2, 1, go.
We are back live on the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. Spartan fans, if you live, work, or go to school in the state of Michigan, you can join MSU Federal Credit Union. Save more and carry the only colors in your wallet with MSU FCU. Open your account today at msufcu.org. MSU Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Spartan Athletics. All right, joining us up on the stage, it is the junior from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Folks, give a nice warm welcome to number 4, Theryn Hallock. Theryn, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
I was going to say, and Theryn is no stranger, rookie when it comes to what happens at these shows. You know how we start these shows. 1 minute. Have you been preparing?
Yeah, I'm a little stressed, though.
Don't be stressed.
Momo is, she kicked it last time.
She's got the high watermark, 25 for Mo Rosati. So that's the number to beat. If anybody's new to the game, what we do, we put 60 seconds on the clock. We're going to rapid-fire questions at Theryn Hallock. They're all about herself. If you don't have an answer right away, you can pass, and we can move on for the sake of time. But we're just going to throw these questions at her. The clock will start once we finish asking the first question. So if I can find where a pen is that I had up here, we could get going. I can't find a pen. If anybody else has a pen, maybe I'll take some help. Thank you, Patrick. I appreciate your help. All right. Now we are ready. Are you ready, Theryn?
I think so.
Thank you, by the way, Patrick. All right. First question. Favorite pregame snack?
Goldfish.
Favorite player growing up?
Kobe.
Cat or dog person?
Dog.
Favorite musical artist?
Khalid.
Favorite drill at practice?
Ooh, full court dance.
Most embarrassing song on your playlist?
I don't know.
You can only eat one thing the rest of your life. What is it?
Sushi.
If you weren't playing basketball, what would you be doing?
Soccer.
Favorite sports team?
Lakers.
Favorite movie?
Best of Me.
Defense or offense?
Defense.
Best dancer on the team?
Jocelyn.
Favorite vacation spot?
Jamaica.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
To be invisible.
Favorite book?
It Ends With Us.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Downtown condo or Mofor's cabin?
Downtown condo.
Who's your hero?
My dad.
Favorite board game?
Monopoly.
Favorite place on MSU campus besides the Breslin?
Spartan Stadium.
Favorite way to spend a day off?
In my bed.
Favorite month?
April.
Favorite color?
Light blue.
Hidden talent?
Singing.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Chocolate.
Hot tub or pool?
Hot tub.
Favorite soda?
Dr. Pepper.
Do you have your own Netflix or account or use somebody's?
My family's.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Singing.
And time! Folks, this is unbelievable.
Wow, we got to new questions.
Yeah, we did.
I had heard some of those.
I don't know my guilty pleasure, so I just had to try to say singing.
28 for Theryn Hallock.
Woo!
That might be put in a place that nobody's going to touch.
Maybe.
I
don't know.
We know Theryn Hallock's pretty fast on the floor. Now we know she's pretty fast at the 1 minute, too. So it checks out, right?
Why April?
That's my birthday month.
Oh, I was like,
I know, I was
after
gonna say a
March
summer
Madness.
month. Yeah, no, I was going to say a summer maybe. I don't know.
I was like, April, that's when we don't have any basketball.
No, just the birthday month, you know?
It sets up May flowers. That's why. But Theryn Hallock joining us. We talk about Theryn's speed. And obviously, anybody who's sat and taken in one of these games, the speed is off the page. It is so obvious to anybody watching. And Theryn, we were actually talking a few weeks ago about growing up. You always kind of were the fastest among your peers.
Yeah, I had a couple soccer teammates that were really fast too. But honestly, I'm just super blessed and gifted to be fast. Like, I don't really know how another way to put it. Like, started running and I saw like people behind me, so I was like, oh, I can kind of go. But soccer is when I truly realized it. So.
Soccer, and we'll talk about soccer in a moment, but we talk about that speed from Theryn,
yep.
Robyn. It's something that in your years of coaching, have you seen it quite to that level, or what's unique about Theryn's?
She has the best breakaway speed that I've ever coached. Like you can be even and she's just gone, right? So, speed is, I always say you can't teach speed and you can't teach height. So we are very grateful for the speed.
That's right. +1 in the speed department for sure. You mentioned soccer. For people who may not know, Theryn in high school decided going into her senior year, I'll try kicking a couple of balls. I'll try soccer out. And she ended up being the player of the year in the state of Michigan. She scored 35 goals. She had 14 assists. It's just kind of a natural thing. What was that like to pick up soccer?
You know, I played my whole life until 8th grade-ish. and it just got really crazy with AAU basketball and travel soccer. And my soccer coaches back then were really demanding of soccer, and my AAU coach was very lenient with how my schedule was, so it kind of made me fall towards basketball more. But I wanted to stay in shape before I came here to play under Susie, and I asked her if it was okay if I'd play because I wasn't able to play throughout freshman through junior because of AAU season. And she was like, yeah, just make sure you take care of yourself because obviously ACL tears and a lot of injuries come about with soccer, so I just wanted to be safe. Then I went out, played with my best friends, won a state championship here at Michigan State, so kind of ended a career to start one, so it was cool.
That's really cool. Finishes it out at Old College Field. Absolutely clap it up. That's a really neat thing for Theryn Hallock. I want to talk a little bit about the family legacy of the Hallock, too, because Theryn's dad, Ty, played linebacker here at Michigan State in football back in the 90s, and both of her brothers have donned the green and white there in football as well. What Michigan State means to the Hallock family?
Yeah, I mean, I just grew up being here. I remember as a kid, I always bring up Taylor Alton. She was an alumni here. My parents have always tailgated at football games, so we'd always come down and either watch her play or come down for a football game. And I've always bleeded to green and white, and I just am very grateful to be 45 minutes away from home. And it's just a home away from home, and just truly blessed because the community and the people here are amazing, and you can't say that about a lot of universities, so just truly blessed.
Now, Robyn, of course, you grew up in Okemos,
Yeah.
so you have the perspective of this being home,
Yeah.
and you deal with the Hallocks, where it's a legacy family like that. What's that been like to observe?
It's special. I think just to have Spartans, right? Just real Spartans from birth that just love this place, have a passion for this place, have a family tradition for this place. Coach Dino always teases Theryn that if you were to cut her open, she would just be bleeding green. So, and I think you play differently when you feel that way about a place. It's a place you grew up your whole life wanting to play at and be part of, and I think there's a deep connection that comes with that and a deep level of care.
And by the way, too, I don't know if there's anywhere we've been this year where Ty Hallock and the Hallocks aren't present. I think we could be playing somewhere in the Middle East, like across the globe, and they would be there to support Theryn. What's that support like, Theryn?
I mean, I'm just really grateful. My parents pour so much into me and my brothers, and they've been our biggest role models and biggest supporters throughout the time. My parents are like my best friends, so I know that they wouldn't miss out. And if they did for some reason, it was for a meaningful reason. Not a lot of people can say their parents make it to a lot of games or even have parents that are involved in their life. So I'm just really grateful for the parents I have because they push me to be the best. They're always there for me.
That's really special stuff. Robyn, I do want to ask you, too, because the growth of Theryn.
Yeah.
Theryn is somebody last year who was the 2024 Big Ten Sixth Player of the Year, by the way. Absolutely a huge honor for Theryn Hallock. But she's transitioned a little bit to being a starter this season. And what you've seen from her growth from last year to her second year under you.
I think confidence. I think last year our team everything was just so new. There was an excitement around that too. And I think Theryn really embraced her role. Like she was a true six-man. Like when she came into the game, the speed and the pace of the game changed, which is what you want, right? And then this year transitioning to starting, we've moved her around on the ball, off the ball. I just think her confidence and familiarity with the system, with the level, with the league, with being counted on consistently has really elevated this season. And we're excited because we're going to keep pushing her to keep elevating.
And it's interesting, too, because last year we used to call Theryn Hallock the spark plug, and we still do, right? But, Theryn, do you feel that, do you embrace that name, the spark plug, and what does it mean to you when you wear that as one of the labels?
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful. I think my teammates look to me as a spark, too, and I have all the confidence through them and through the coaching staff. I want to be a spark plug on and off the court. I want to be there for my teammates and play hard with them throughout games. So I'm just very honored to have that label, and I'm going to continue to bring my all and give my all on the court, too.
That's a pretty great answer. And by the way, too, clap it up for Theryn Hallock. I do want to brag a little bit about Theryn, too, and what she's done here in Big Ten play. So far in league action, Theryn Hallock is second on the Spartans in points per game at 15 a night. She's second in steals in Big Ten play. She's got 32 in the conference season. She's second in assists in Big Ten play at 46. And in the last 10 games, 9 of them, she scored at least 10 points. So you're starting to get a consistency there, Robyn.
Yeah, and you know what? I thought our game yesterday was one of her best all-around games in league play. Getting a chance to watch it again, both creating. I thought she had some huge defensive steals that turned into baskets. Decision making, when to attack, when to pass. I just thought her overall impact on the game. So it's been fun watching her progress, and it's going to be fun challenging her to keep doing it.
And it's interesting, too, because when you look at Theryn, I mean, we talk about those numbers, 15 points a game, second on the team in assists and steals in conference play. You go back to freshman season, and Theryn Hallock was playing 8 minutes a night and scored 2.8 points per game. Theryn, what's the last 2 years been like for you in terms of development? Where has it grown the most? How did you go from that to where you are right now?
Yeah, I think in a Spartan Vision video, I talked about Theryn McCutcheon and her assists record and all that stuff, and I think I've just looked up to alumni and how they've impacted the game, and I don't want to be a person that just looked at a score in 20, 30 points a game. I want to do more than that. So I've been obviously getting in the gym, trying to work on my three, still continuing to do that. Obviously, been a little streaky with that, but just continuing to stay confident. Like, I know the coaches believe in me. I know my team believes in me, and just trusting the process and going day by day.
Well, let's get to a couple of other little things because, Robyn, I think you got to tell everybody, and we got a dose of it during the holiday show.
Oh, gosh.
Theryn Hallock can sing.
Amazing. I'm actually surprised you don't sing more.
I don't like to do it for people. Like, I have a recording that my best friend from home, her brother did, because he likes to do music, and, like, that's what I'll show. But I could probably do better, so I'm going to have to run it back, I think.
Yeah, okay.
She's got an amazing voice.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, very talented singer. She could be on Who's Got Talent. She could win a 50-yard dash and then sing the anthem. She could do it both.
It's actually a really great gauntlet idea that we've created here.
I mean, we have senior night coming up. Maybe the anthem.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Putting ideas out there.
Well, Theryn, did you ever do anything with music, or it's just one of these other gifts that you were just given at birth?
You know, I think I could do stuff with music. I've thought about it, honestly. Obviously, there's a lot to do, like lyrics and come up with songs and stuff, but I've covered a couple songs just for fun. I grew up doing choir in school and had some solos and stuff, but never really looked at it as like the next level kind of thing. But everyone's telling me to text some videos of me singing or whatever. So I don't know. It might be something that I do for fun on the side eventually, but kind of just stay chill with it and focusing on basketball.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I also do want to ask you, why you wear number 4? I mean, you've worn number 4 your entire Michigan State career. Why number 4?
I've looked at it as an angel number that I look at, the 444 angel number. My grandpa passed away when I was young, and 4's just kind of stuck with me. It was given to me in AAU right away, and there's some basketball players I looked up to that I wore it too, so it kind of just stuck with me, and I'm very grateful to have it here because Theryn and some great players Kristen Haney wore it. So just a lot of idols that wore those numbers, and I wanted to leave my statement and my last name with that number too.
How neat is that? That's really something pretty special. Well, I tell you what, before we let Theryn go, Robyn, like we do often, what people should walk away from here thinking or knowing, the impression they should have about Theryn Hallock?
Her love and passion for Michigan State is undeniable, and I hope you guys feel that when she's competing, when we're competing, and it's awfully special to coach.
Yeah, it's really something pretty special to see, too.
And I think she might, you might have to give the Olympic trials a test with 50-yard dash. Don't they have 100-yard dash?
At the very least, there's a team games coming this summer. You could see now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can do some Olympic games. You would
Coach
win a lot of
Kaz, you got
those.
it?
Yeah, Coach Kaz makes a lot of our fun games. We got to give the other people a chance. So.
That's right. How about it? Everybody give a nice, warm thank you to number 4, Theryn Hallock.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And by the way, before we end up taking our break, I do want to let you know that the Abu Law Firm Beyond the Arc campaign benefits the Greater Lansing Food Bank, donating $25 for each three-pointer made by the MSU women's and men's basketball teams. So far this season, the men have made 152 threes. The women have hit 186. A combined 338 threes. That's $8,450 going to the Greater Lansing Food Bank. Excellent work being done there. We'll be back with more from the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. You're on the Spartan Media Network.
On the court, the MSU women's basketball team shows us the power of teamwork and dedication. Off the court, Diversified Insurance Group brings that same commitment to protecting what matters most. As an official partner of Michigan State University Athletics, we're proud to stand with the Spartans. Whether it's home, auto, life, or business insurance, Diversified Insurance Group has the coverage you need to stay ahead of the game. Personalized solutions just like a perfectly executed play. Visit WeDigInsurance.com today and let's win together on and off the court. Go green, go white, go MSU women's basketball.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
Skill is a game changer. And when the doctors you know and trust team up with one of the nation's top health systems, the possibilities are endless. Sparrow is now University of Michigan Health Sparrow. So together, we can bring more specialized expertise, more of the latest treatments, and more of the best possible care closer to you. Discover what's possible at uofmhealthsparrow.org.
Hey Spartans, when it's game time, it's One North time. Just minutes from Michigan State University, One North Kitchen and Bar is your go-to spot for scratch cooking and world-class hospitality. When you're celebrating a win or catching up with friends, we've got the perfect dish to make every moment special. Join us for the MSU Coaches Shows and get closer to the action with the voices that bring Spartan spirit to life. Visit One North, where Spartan pride meets memorable meals.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
Thanks for joining us for the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. Our show today comes to you live from One North Kitchen and Bar, located at Abbott and Saginaw here in East Lansing. One North Kitchen and Bar, making good times great. All right, folks, it's that time of the show. Time for this week's Alumni Hall Spartan Women's Basketball Trivia Ticket Giveaway. The winner will get tickets to a MSU home game. You'll pick up your tickets at the Alumni Hall retail location at Eastwood Town Center in Lansing. Our question this week. Last year, we just talked to her about it. Theryn Hallock was named the Big Ten 6th Player of the Year. She became just the 2nd Spartan ever to earn that award. Who's the only other Spartan to be named Big Ten 6th Player of the Year? If you think you have an answer, we have a microphone down here at the far end of the table. Come up and we'll see if you get 2 tickets to an upcoming MSU home game. But in the meantime, Robyn, while we wait for answers and guesses, I want to take a moment because yesterday was the annual Pink Game at the Breslin Center. Of course, raising awareness and joining the fight of fighting breast cancer. And, of course, this is a great thing that benefits the Kay Yao Foundation. I wanted to give you an opportunity to share what it meant, A, to see so much pink in that building, but also just what that foundation, the initiative, what it's all about and how much it means.
Yeah, it's a great day. It's for women's basketball. You see it across the country. And a little background, Kay Yao was a trailblazer, pioneer, was a longtime Hall of Fame coach at NC State, and she actually coached through her battle with breast cancer, went into remission and then got it again. And during her battle, she started this foundation because she wanted to pay it forward. And one of her favorite phrases I love is she used to say, when life kicks you, let it kick you forward. And so, yesterday we had an opportunity to raise money for breast cancer. We talked about it before the game, and I think everybody in the room is impacted by it some way, somehow, right? And it's something I hope that we can stay in pursuit of finding better answers for, because it is just such a huge part of our world right now. And yesterday we had a small little opportunity to try to help make it a little bit better. And our kids understand that. I'm like, it's cool to wear pink shoes, but it's cooler to help. And yesterday we got an opportunity to really have a platform in that.
Which is really special. I mean, Kay Yao, to your point, was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1987, fought it on and off again for 22 years, but That next year, 1988, she helped win the Olympics, the gold medal for Team USA. I mean, it's a really a trailblazer and a pioneer in handling that and fighting it publicly.
And for her legacy to carry on the way it has is a real tribute to her. And that was something she knew before she passed, that, hey, this is taking my life, but I hope that this can help other people and other families down the line. So I think it'll be in our game for a long time, and I'm hoping we can find better answers sooner than later.
Absolutely. I do want to throw over here to the end of the table. I know she just sat down, but we're gonna take our guess. Again, our trivia question. Theryn Hallock last year was the Big Ten Sixth Player of the Year. She became just the second Spartan ever to earn that award. Who's the only other Spartan to be named Big Ten Sixth Player of the Year? You want to give us your name and where you're from?
Yep, I'm Carol Colburn-Mitzner. I'm from Dansville.
And your answer?
Kalisha Keene.
Kalisha Keene is correct. We have a trivia answer. No doubt. Knew when Carol stepped up to the mic that we were going to have that one in the bag. But Kalisha Keene was the other one to do it from the 2009 to 2010 season. So those are the only two Spartans ever to win the Big Ten Sixth Player of the Year award, which is pretty special stuff. But Robyn, I do want to circle back one more time before we take a break, just before we leave the pink game and we move to other topics. I mean, you talk about everybody in the room that it affects in some fashion. I don't want to say stunning because it is this way every pink game, but it's always interesting whenever you have the I Fight for signs and you see every single person has a name they can write in that blank. It almost is an overwhelming feeling of this is affecting everybody, and it was really just a neat way to pay that.
Yeah, it's a collective fight. And we have the signs and our team fills them out, and unfortunately everybody has somebody. And so hopefully we can, like I shared, hopefully with the causes and the platforms, we can continue to find better answers.
But excellent and good on Michigan State women's basketball for helping out with a pretty big problem. Whether it's home, auto, life, or business insurance, Diversified Insurance Group has the coverage you need to stay ahead of the game. Personalized solutions just like a perfectly executed play. Visit WeDigInsurance.com today and let's win together on and off the court. The Robyn Fralick Show is presented by Diversified Insurance Group. We'll be back with more after a break here on the Spartan Media Network.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need three things. 1. You love saving money and earning cash back. 2. You have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3. When it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
From the biggest of big games to the littlest of the little.
There you go. Go! Run, James!
No, first base!
Go, go, go!
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support hundreds of local sports teams across the Midwest. From some of the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street. You're helping make a difference to the people and places you call home. Learn more at Meijer.com/community.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
When you're a foster parent, you play a lot of
30 seconds.
Provider, giving a foster child a safe home, healthy meals, and hope.
You're always there.
You're a cheerleader. Your family. You would do anything for a child in your care.
Every day is different. Every need is different. But one of the most impactful roles you can play in life is being a foster parent. See why at michigan.gov/hope for a home. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
2, 1, go.
Diversified Insurance Group presents The Robyn Fralick Show. Hey, by the way, everybody gets a nice treat every time they come here to One North Kitchen and Bar and get to see. But how about a nice round of applause for our in-show host, Kim Cameron, huh? She does an amazing job. Certainly appreciate everything she does for us. Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support food rescue programs and the Simply Give program. You help provide a bright future for kids and support sustainability in our communities. Learn more at Meijer.com. In the upcoming segment, we're going to preview a little bit of the week ahead, which, believe it or not, is the end of the regular season. We only got 2 games left in this season. But, Robyn, in the meantime, I really want to take a moment, and you mentioned a little bit about Jocelyn Tate at USC scoring her 1,000th career point. And I love the joke, and I actually talked with Jocelyn last week, or earlier in the week, a little bit about that. She had said to you she's going to finish her career at 999 career points, and she let out a nice laugh again that she feels some relief. She finally got to that 1,000. But Jocelyn Tate, this is somebody you coached her entire career. 2 years at Bowling Green, 2 years now at Michigan State. Jocelyn Tate, the person, and we talk about there's so many good stories with this group. Why is it so many people should invest in Jocelyn Tate?
She's a great person. She is quite entertaining. I always say with Joss, like you're never wondering how she's feeling. And so much credit to her. I think it's a testament to she's always found a way to impact the game. Even as a freshman at Bowling Green coming in, I think she's always found a way to find her way to the court and really, really help a team win. I think her greatest gift is she impacts winning. Which is a huge part, and that comes in a lot of ways. But yeah, she's entertaining. She laughs hard, she cries hard, she lives life with a lot of enthusiasm and her heart on her sleeve. So there's a million things to love about her, but I think I'm most proud of that. She's just always found a way to really help teams.
She's a really neat individual.
I say she laughs as hard as she cries.
That's about as well defined, I think, as you could get with it. But it's interesting, too, because you talk about her ability to always impact winning. Talking with Jocelyn, she said in high school she doesn't think she was even close to 1,000 points. So then to transfer to the Big Ten and hit 1,000 career points, what does that say about her individual development?
Well, she shares that, but also won state championships. So, I think the teams she's been on have been successful for a lot of reasons. And she's developed. She has her athleticism's incredible. She's so fast. She's so laterally athletic. And I think every year she's just put in more work to really develop as a player.
And by the way, Jocelyn Tate now at 1,016 career points. That's the 5th member of this Michigan State women's basketball team that is in that 1,000-point club. Joins Jaden Simmons, Julia Ayrault, Nyla Hampton, Grace Van Sluten. It's not a bad crew.
A lot of 1,000-point balls there.
It sure is. There have been a lot handed out this season. Big B Coffee is a proud supporter of Michigan State basketball. Visit your Mid-Michigan Big B Coffee location today. We're live with the head coach of the Spartans, Robyn Fralick. Today's show is presented by Diversified Insurance Group. You're listening to The Robyn Fralick Show.
I'm Warren Birkenhauer, proud IBEW member. My career began as a non-union electrician. I love the work, not the pay and the lack of benefits. When I joined the IBEW, my life changed. Now I earn great wages, benefits, and I'll be able to have a good retirement. I can take care of my family the way I want to, and that matters to me. The IBEW has made a huge difference in my life. If you're a good electrician looking to get paid what you're actually worth, then there's room for you in the IBEW.
Electricians Wanted. Visit IBEWMichigan.org. Sponsored by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters and IBEW Michigan.
At the Capital Region International Airport, we connect our community to the world with nonstop service to Washington, D.C. and Chicago on American Airlines, Detroit on Delta Airlines, and beginning October 2nd to Orlando and Fort Myers on Breeze Airways. When you fly Lansing, you're just one stop from over 500 global destinations.
And with direct flights to Cancun, Punta Cana, and Montego Bay starting in January, your escape to beautiful tropical beaches is easier than ever. The Capital Region International Airport, your gateway to the world. Visit flylansing.com for more information and to book your flight today.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
Hey, got one more, Labatt?
Yeah, here you go.
Yo, got one more?
Sure, who are you?
Have any
30 seconds.
Got another Labatt?
Got one more? How did you all get in my house?
Dude, door was open. Heard you had some Labatt.
Yeah, in the fridge.
Crack some Labatt, make some friends, and see where it takes you.
Always enjoy responsibly. Beer, Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York. All rights reserved. Labatt registered U.S. trademark of Labatt Brewing Company Limited.
Seconds. Whoa. 3, 2, 1, go.
We are back with more Spartan women's basketball on the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. Frankly, want to join us for the Michigan Sports Brief every weekday on Spartan Media Network radio stations across Michigan, presented by Frankenmuth Insurance. Find your local independent agent at fmins.com. All right, Robyn, we got a couple of minutes here. Do want to talk about the week ahead for Michigan State women's basketball. Only 2 games left for the regular season. By the way, we only have one more of these shows. It'll be next Monday at the end of the regular season, launching us into postseason play. But, Robyn, let's talk about this week ahead, because you go to Ohio State, who last week was ranked number 8 in the country. They're 23-4 on the season, 12-4 in Big Ten play. We mentioned they had lost that game to Indiana. They bounced back yesterday with a 98-46 win over Purdue. And this Buckeye team is the real deal. Yeah. They're led by Cody McMahon at 17 points a game, Jelani Cambridge at 16 points per game. It's a tough group.
Yeah, they're a really good team. We have some similarities. You know, they press almost the whole game. So that's an important part of the game, is being able to handle their pressure. They have a freshman point guard who's really, really good, one of the best freshmen in the country, who's kind of come in and seamlessly, gotten right into their system. And we'll have to, same thing, dial in, and we'll have to do a good job of taking care of the basketball, taking good shots. And then defensively, they do have some tough matchups. So having a real ownership around that.
They are 7th in the country in steals per game at 13. They're first in the nation in turnover margin at plus 10.5. But how do you enforce, the best you can as a coach, right? Ball security being such a high emphasis for your group in that.
Well, you have to be sharp every time they get their press set. You can't casually get to your spots. You really have to do a good job of being sharp and understanding when there is advantage and when there is not advantage. Because some of their press, it's not even that they turn you over. People take bad shots, right? So it's understanding how to take care of the ball and create a good shot every time.
And the regular season will end back here at home on Saturday as Minnesota comes to town. This is a Minnesota team that is primed for the NCAA tournament as of now, as also they're 20-8 on the season, 8-8 in Big Ten play. They're doing it without their best player, you could say, in Mara Braun, who hasn't been there besides 5 games early this season. But Dawn Plitzowite, the head coach there in year 2, one of the more underrated jobs in the league. How have the Gophers been getting it done?
Very, very improved. Really good team. Physical, tough, disciplined. They do it together. I think they really count on their group. I think they've been really tough defensively. They have good size. They kind of pack it in. So another tough matchup.
Most, as everything is in this Big Ten conference. And by the way, before we send to break, Robyn, that game against Minnesota will actually be senior day. And we just were talking about how good the crowd was yesterday at the Breslin Center. But if you had to send a message to anybody who's maybe not spent too much time around this team, this senior class, why should they come out and celebrate these seniors on Saturday?
What a day to celebrate. People who have meant so much to this program, whether they've been here for 6 years, whether they've been here for 2 years or a season. These are really special kids. I know it'll be an emotional day in a good way because we get to really celebrate high-level people.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're certainly all looking forward to that one on Saturday. But first, the game Wednesday against Ohio State, and we'll have that as our final message in a moment, as we'll be back with more from Coach Fralick. You're on the Spartan Media Network.
On the court, the MSU women's basketball team shows us the power of teamwork and dedication. Off the court, Diversified Insurance Group brings that same commitment to protecting what matters most. As an official partner of Michigan State University Athletics, we're proud to stand with the Spartans. Whether it's home, auto, life, or business insurance, Diversified Insurance Group has the coverage you need to stay ahead of the game. Personalized solutions just like a perfectly executed play. Visit WeDigInsurance.com today and let's win together on and off the court. Go green, go white, go MSU women's basketball.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an MSU FCU member, you just need 3 things. 1, you love saving money and earning cash back. 2, you have a passion for supporting your community, just like we do. 3, when it comes to your future, you prefer to dream big. If this sounds like you, visit msufcu.org to get started. Of course, if you want to cheer on MSU, we're totally on board with that too. Go green.
Our lives are a collection of experiences, from fender benders and soggy basements to great joy and growing families. Sometimes life is unplanned. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Skill is a game changer.
30 seconds.
Doctors you know and trust team up with one of the nation's top health systems. The possibilities are endless. Sparrow is now University of Michigan Health Sparrow. So together, we can bring more specialized expertise, more of the latest treatments, and more of the best possible care closer to you. Discover what's possible at uofmhealthsparrow.org.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thanks for joining us and the Spartan fans here at 1 North for the Robyn Fralick Show, presented by Diversified Insurance Group. All right, before we get out the door, got to let you know real quick again, our game against Ohio State at Ohio State will be Wednesday. That is a 7 o'clock tip. We'll be taking the airwaves at 6:45. We're going to be on WVFN 7:30 a.m. for the radio call of that contest at Ohio State. And the next Robyn Fralick Show is our last Robyn Fralick radio show of the season. That's this upcoming Monday, March 3rd at noon. Oh, big booze, big booze. I get it. We've had a lot of fun each week with you all. It's but believe it or not, the regular season already coming to a halt, and we'll be getting ready for postseason play. But before we get to the thank yous, Robyn, just again, that trip to Ohio State, it was a game last year where went out there, only dropped by 5. We're so close. This team has an opportunity to pick up a huge win, but it is a big challenge as well.
It is, but a great opportunity. So I think that's what we'll prepare. And, we came off the Indiana game, and I think one of the things we felt best about was, in that game, everybody's mission was just how do we win, right? No matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes. And that's a good space to be in, and that's the same space we're going to need to be in against Ohio State. Hey, like whatever it takes tonight across our team, and having a really strong mentality about that going into it.
And you and I talk, Robyn, that trip out to L.A., it kind of, even though it was frustrating because you had opportunities, it still gave you some confidence, and it's a confidence you can carry to a place like Ohio State.
Yeah, I mean, we played 2 top 5 teams on the road, rarely down to the, even at USC we got down big but cut it to 4. So our biggest takeaway from that trip was our competitive spirit was really, really good. And we know we can go out and play top teams and, compete. We got to be prepared, but we got to compete.
We'll carry that competitive spirit Wednesday to Columbus. Certainly a big thank you to all of you for coming out and joining us. Big thanks to 1 North Kitchen and Bar, the entire video team, Tony LaBarbera, the entire MSU women's basketball program. Big thank you as well to Robyn Fralick and Theryn Hallock coming out and jumping on the mics here today. For one final time, for Robyn Fralick, I'm Dalton Shetler. So long, and go green.
You've been listening to the
You're clear.
Robyn Fralick Show on the Spartan Media Network from Playfly Sports. The Robyn Fralick